Good day, everyone. Um, on a very somber note, just recovering from watching the horror that happened on Tuesday night. You know, I pray that the souls of those people who died will not be in vain. Guys, it's been horrific looking at what's going on in Nigeria and how the government has not even responded to what's going on. It's just so pathetic. It just makes me angry. But what I'll say to people is the battle has only just started. Nigerians need to be free from the shackles of those who continue to treat us like we don't exist. Nigeria needs to actually realize that, we've been down this road for a long, long time, and we need to free ourselves from the impunity and the oppressors who do not want to see us progress or do well or even manifest our purpose in our country. But that's just something what's going on. But another thing I like to talk about is the need to seek approval from the West. Looking at what's been going on, and I've been following a lot of tweets and I've been following a lot of messages, Instagrams, and every so often, even the most intellectual people are always trying to get the CNN, the BBC, Al Jazeera, and all these kind of news organizations involved in what's going on in Nigeria. It's actually good to highlight and just let them see what's going on. But one thing we need to realize is that the Western press, the Western oppressors don't give a damn about what's going on in Africa. One thing we need to get into our psyche, into our mentality, is the West, the white man, doesn't care about what happens in Africa. If they do care, then Africa would not be where it is today. But bear in mind, they're complicit to what's going on. The dysfunctional Africa, they know about it. Their continued exploitation of our resources. That's no coincidence that they keep doing this. The fact that we've got bad leaders in Africa and they keep propping them up. Don't forget, all the money these bad leaders steal comes to the West. They don't say nothing about it. You will never ever see them actually criticize or, they pay lip service to it, but they don't give a damn. Poverty in Africa, they don't care. The West loves Africa the way it is, because once you continue to have the bad leaders and the leaders are compromised, that means it gives them inroads to continue to do what they want to do. So the West doesn't want to see Africa progress. The West does not want to see a progressive Africa. The West does not want to see a functional Africa. The West does not want to see a structural Africa. That's Africa that's structured, that actually does things the right way. They don't want to see that. So I'm imploring every African, every diaspora, wherever you are in the world, and for those who have lived abroad who know how the white man works, how the psyche of a white man works, Africa needs to stay poor for them to actually continue to do what they need to, for them to continue to exploit and take the resources from us. So I appeal to you, please do not seek the approval of the white man no more. We are more than capable. We are black men. God, we can do this on our own. We don't need them. There's so many diasporas all over the world who are capable to actually put Africa in shape, to make African work. The only thing that's missing is basically that we don't trust each other and we love each other and there's no self-love. If we can go beyond that and break that genetical, I'll say generational iniquity, because I call it iniquity, because something that's actually has held us down for so long because we don't trust each other. And the lack of trust is not something that's just happened. It's something that's been fed into us, where one tribe hates one tribe and one tribe hates another tribe. And this happens all over Africa. In Nigeria, you got the Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. When we start talking, so the Igbo did this, the Hausa did this, the Yoruba did that. This is something that's been inbred into us. And then they use the religion to divide us as well. That's why there's no progress in Africa. That's why Africa is the way it is at the moment, because basically there's no self-love. We need to love each other. If we can pull together, I love the Ubuntu quote, which says, I am because you are. We are there to help each other. If we can get the self-love to work for us, if we can pull together, we can do unthinkable things. Because, guys, Let's stop focusing on what the West, if they approve of what we do or if they don't approve of what we do. I don't give a damn about what the white man thinks about black man, but a black man we have to fight our own fight. The fight is ours. Let's stop seeking their approval for whatever we do. We need to do our own thing. We need to empower ourselves and basically break the shackles of colonialism, the shackles of the fact that, oh, whatever black man does is not good enough. We're more than capable. Guys, don't forget, every resource we have in Africa, they cannot do without us. They cannot do without us. Basically, 75% of the cocoa beans comes from Africa, 75%. And we only get a 2% return. Bear that in mind. How can that be? It's about time we start creating value on ourselves, on our resources. It's about time we start pulling together. We need to find that common bond that pulls us together to make us work together as a unit. A united Africa is a threat to the West. That's why you see all these things. Because any conflict that happens in Africa right now, trust me, the white man, the West know about it. They're in it. But unfortunately, we have compromised leaders who buy into this because they're so self-centered. This is the reasons why what's good in Nigeria is just a start of what's to come. We need to get rid of bad leaders. We need to get rid of the people who are self-centered. We need people who think that we need to help our people to develop ourselves, to become the giants of Africa that we need to be. Africa is a giant continent. The world could not survive without Africa's resources. But let's use those resources to empower ourselves. It's ours. Let's dictate our times. Let's dictate what we need to work for us. Let's think ourselves first before anybody else. Guys, we need to get that stage. We need to get to that stage where we need to do things for ourselves. Let's start being focused on developing ourselves and not what the West or the Western influences want from us. That's one thing we need to do, and we need to do it. If we don't do it for this generation, let's do it for the generation to come. I've got grandkids, and I think about the legacy that we're going to leave behind for. I don't want Africa that we have right now for my grandkids. I need a functional Africa for my grandkids. Guys, let's do this for ourselves. Stop seeking Western approval. If you continue to do that, that means you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your abilities, and you're always seeking approval for someone else. But we don't need their approval because basically they don't care about us. We need to care about ourselves. We need to have our own self-esteem, respect ourselves, do what we need for ourselves. This is my take for today. The death of those who died in Nigeria cannot be in vain. And the only way we can appreciate them is basically by building a proper united Nigeria and united Africa. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.